A new Australian-made feature film is shining a spotlight on racial divisions, prejudice and intolerance. A decade after writer George Basher released The Combination following the Cronulla riots, he returns with its sequel.
George Basher brings racial and religious tensions to the screen. It stems from his 2009 film The Combination, made after the infamous Cronulla riots.
Should have killed the dog. I try to base it on a lot of realism so people can relate. And I think that's important as a filmmaker, that the audience can relate to something.
Directed by David Field, The Combination Redemption explores intense social issues that make headlines today.
I think racism still exists, and it's on both sides of the fence, not just one side. And I think with what we try to do, especially me and Dave, we try to bridge a gap. And I think when we make our films, it's all about trying to get people to get into a discussion.
Amira, played by Abby Aziz, is a Lebanese-Australian Muslim girl who falls for a Christian, highlighting relationships across a religious divide.
What is it you want?
Love their culture, love their faith and family, but also don't want to be limited by it. Can we have those conversations? And because I think they're needed.
Basher says he wanted to write about the rise of white extremism in Australia.
This is our land.
All this information has been put in their head, they're fed this crap that they actually believe. It's like anything, it's like, terrorism, You get a young Muslim kid who gets fed all the crap and he believes it. And I think I went down that path with also the white extremists in the film.
Looking back a decade, Lebanese Australians were said to be forming dangerous gangs. Director Field says today it's shifted to African Australians, especially in the Sudanese communities.
A division in the community that suits the politicians, depending on, especially the right-wing politicians. I don't care what they say about the left or right. It doesn't matter to me whether it's extreme left, extreme right, whatever they are. But all they're doing is just dividing the community, and it works for them for votes.
A film which turns the cameras on racism in Australia.
It's always existed, but it was hidden, and now it's coming to the surface. And when a disease shows up, you can treat it.
The Combination Redemption is in cinemas next week. Natasha Kalios, SBS World News.